So, what if the secret to a better life, a secret hidden in a 2,500-year-old text, has been kind of mistranslated for centuries? Today, we're going to see how one small shift in how we understand a few ancient words can completely change the instructions for living in the now.
This is the core message from the Bhaddekaratta Sutta, an ancient Pali scripture. And it sounds super familiar, right? I mean, this is basically the foundation of modern mindfulness. You've probably heard some version of this 1,000 times. Okay, so let's dive into this because this is where it gets really interesting. What if those ancient words held a deeper, way more active instruction that we've just been missing all this time? What if the secret isn't just to be here now, but to actually do something specific with the now?
To really get what we might be missing, let's first take a look at the common interpretation, the one that's shaped our whole modern view of mindfulness.
I mean, the title itself suggests a simple, beautiful goal, doesn't it? Have a good day, have a good night, just by focusing on the present. But as we're about to see, the real key is in how we do that. And spoiler alert, it's a lot more active than you might think. Now, these points are genuinely helpful, for sure. But here's the thing. They're all based on a modern dictionary-style translation of the original Pali language. It's like matching one word to another. It's accurate, but maybe it's not the full picture. So, this is where we put on a different hat. Let's explore what happens when we look at this text not just as modern translators, but more like ancient linguists, really trying to hear the words just as they were intended 2,500 years ago. So on the left, you've got the standard reliable approach, but on the right, we have this method called nuruti. You can think of it as linguistic archaeology, literally digging down to the root of a word to see the story that's baked right into it, the way the Buddha's own contemporaries might have understood it.
So here's the crucial question. Does changing the lens actually change the message? Does this ancient method reveal a totally different set of instructions? Well, let's take a closer look.
Okay, let's get into the core instructions of the text and see how this builds a completely new picture of what it means to be mindful. This is really where it transforms from a kind of passive philosophy into an active strategy. Wow, okay, this is a perfect example of the shift. The standard translation suggests, don't chase a memory. But the root meaning, that's about not automatically following an old, worn-out mental path. It's about recognizing the groove you're in and choosing not to just fall into it again. And here we go again. The meaning becomes so much more precise. It's not just about, wanting something in the future. It's about the active mental construction of fantasies. You know how we build these elaborate movies in our head about what might happen? It's about not getting lost in those. This might be the biggest game changer of all. To see with insight is wonderful, but it can feel a little passive, right? But to see through something, that's an action. It's an instruction to investigate, to deconstruct, to really understand the present moment by taking it apart piece by piece. So, what does all this deeper meaning actually look like in practice? Let's try to visualize the difference between the simple translation and the amazing story that's hidden right inside the words. The original language paints such a powerful picture here. Our past patterns aren't just memories we chase. They're like tracks that have been laid down in our minds. And when a thought comes up, our mind can just automatically jump onto that track and follow it to the same old destination. So, and this is super important, the instruction isn't to try and erase your memory. I mean, that's impossible and would just lead to frustration. The past happened. Those tracks are already there. It's an invitation to step off the tracks, to see that train coming, and to make a conscious choice not to get on board this time. And that's a choice you can make right now, in this moment. That's real agency. And get this insight completely reframes the title of the entire text. Bhaddekaratta shifts from a passive, auspicious night to something way more powerful, vibrant, and engaging. So the goal isn't just to calmly witness the day go by. The deeper instruction is to be passionately, skillfully, and joyfully engaged with this one moment you actually have. It's about finding delight in the now, not just observing it from a distance. Okay, let's put this all together. Let's land the plane. What is the upgraded, actionable advice from this ancient text when we see it through this new, more dynamic lens?
So what we have is this dynamic three-step process for active engagement. It's not about passive observation at all. It's a clear set of actions for taking control of your attention in a really skillful and liberating way.
This deeper translation is just fundamentally empowering. It gives you agency over your attention and your actions in the present moment. It suggests that mindfulness isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you do.
And that's really the big takeaway, isn't it? The language we use, whether it's for ourselves or for ancient wisdom, it shapes our entire understanding of what's possible. By looking a little deeper, we can unlock a more active, engaged, and joyful way of living. So what might you discover if you look a little deeper into the words that shape your world?